her.
Also have to say, I love that when we first met, people thought we were really good friends, and we're like, they're just like, yeah, you know her, and we're like,
from the instant we met, though, not like,
yeah, it was
not
like,
an hour in. Like,
no, it's like the
instant
second,
we were like, hey, nice to meet you, and someone nearby was like, oh, you guys are best friends.
You're like,
wait, what?
We just met.
I swear it was our hair.
They're like curly hair.
They were like,
know
oh,
each other.
you're yeah.
You clearly are siblings, and you're best friends.
You're related,
Yeah.
best friends. You've known each other for lifetimes.
Yes, dude.
Since you were taking that shit in the medieval toilet.
I knew you since then, since you were having that orgy
in Greece.
In Greece, I was the event planner.
Right, we've been together ever sinse. I know, and this is our second time seeing each other.
This is crazy.
Yeah, multiple people. It was at least 2.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
That show was interesting.
That was something. Well, for me, I think this is the best thing that came of that.
Right?
Connecting with us. Becoming best friends.
We
as
were
we
best
always
friends.
Have been.
We've
We
always
just
been
didn't
friends.
know.
Yeah,
so
you know
that I think for me that was the best.
Our spirits were our souls were
my
friends.
spirit friend.
Our spirit friends.
We've been friends in the spirit realm
forever
for millennia.
And we just,
I mean, well, not even for you can't even give it an amount of time because time isn't
right.
You know?
And we just kind of found
time is
other.
not, but we are.
Yes, exactly,
and we always have been.
Exactly, and you know what also always has been? This podcast. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Katie Afraidy on the Fangoria Network. I'm your host, Katie Hettenbach, and the queen of transitions. Damn it. I am so excited to have this lovely human on. We've been chatting about random things.
And we could forever.
But we did come here for one purpose and and that was to talk about a movie. But she's hilarious. She's posting amazing videos on the TikTok, on the Instagram Reels. Again, R.I.P. TikTok, maybe. Who knows?
Who could know?
Hopefully not.
I feel like we've been saying this for years at this point.
Yeah, for years. Again,
they're getting rid of TikTok.
Again, what is time?
What is time?
But the Aliki.
It is not. Oh,
but that's you.
Oh,
Aliki,
but I am.
Beautiful
yeah.
Aliki.
I transcend time.
You do.
Aliki. Yes.
You transcend time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dude,
this is so fun.
I'm honored that, we just became BFFs immediately.
Instant best friends.
And we're like, yep, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this. And you were like, I don't like horror. And that's okay. That's okay. Again, we're pulling comics. So some people love horror and some people are like, I don't care. And that's okay.
It's more, it's like I'm the wellness friend.
Yeah.
I like to laugh and feel relaxed.
Yeah.
And horror movies make me feel so anxious. And it happened watching this one. Like, truly, I was like, oh, right. This makes me panic.
Yeah.
I prefer not to put my nervous system through this.
I like to be in a constant state of fight or flight.
I'm like deeply, deeply working on not being in fight or flight anymore.
And I'm like, let me ruin that. Would you watch it? And you're like, I guess.
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh, well, we were originally going to do The Purge. And you're like, no, let's do The Baby. I'm like, okay, that's a more like, it's a chiller movie.
I think I kind of saw that. I was like, there's some humor in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's do Babysitter. But also, I should say the other reason that I don't think I told you is that, like, I was a nanny for a really long time.
Okay, yeah.
Like, yeah. So that was the other reason I was interested in the babysitter, because like I kind of am the babysitter. Like
I'm the babysitter too.
You're the babysitter. This is why we're best friends, and everybody else knows it except for us.
I'm glad that we finally figured it out. Everyone's like, you guys should be friends. We're like,
people have been trying to set us up for years,
dude.
I guess.
And now we're besties, and it's amazing.
I need to say I love your nails.
Thank you.
I love your nails.
Target.
Are they they're stick-on?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Dude,
wow, they look real.
$12.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Well, I did mine myself, and they're my real nails.
That's really impressive.
So together we really balance each other.
And they're pinky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. This is amazing.
This is what we came here.
So you were a nanny. Are you still a nanny?
No.
Thank God.
I know. I said no more. You know, it was a kind of moving here I was doing a little nannying and babysitting, and then probably a year ago or so, I was like, no more.
I'm done. Yeah.
We're done with that.
Yep.
Really, I had thought I was done, and then I kind of, and no more. So now I'm just, giving that to, I'm an aunt, nieces and nephews. And,
I love it.
And I love that. And, and friends, like more like, oh, okay, let me watch a friend's child.
Yeah.
Like not as,
Not
I was
like-
just like, that's not how I'm going to make money anymore. So gotta figure something else out.
It hurts. It hurts. It's
Literally, physically fatiguing.
Oh, yeah.
Painful.
I used to babysit specifically on Sundays, and it was between, I think it was like 12 to like 4, like that time. Like that's my day's gone. I'm done. I can't do anything before or after.
Right. And you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Even just 4 hours is exhausting.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
was
like,
also a
I don't
demon,
have an
but-
end. There's some kids that, I can't keep up with you. I actually can't physically. Like,
So who's the worst kid you babysat, and who's the best kid? Name names.
name names. I can't do that. Okay. Oh, that's tough. I love a lot of them. They're all the best in their own way. There was one I won't name, but who had the worst temper tantrums I had ever seen, and that was like on another level.
Okay.
So that was difficult, but I would not say the worst. I'd say the hardest time I had was recently, where I was like, I can't do this anymore. 2 boys who I adore. I love them. They are so, I'm like, I want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
With their parents there and hang out with their parents too. Like,
Yeah.
favorite family,
You just don't want to be in charge
but
of.
exhausting. Like, I actually can't. I actually realize I physically cannot keep up with them and do it.
Yeah.
So I think that was like a big eye-opening thing for me, that I actually was like luckily they live nearby, and like my husband was able to come help me one of these days. So I was like,
God.
actually not okay. And then I'd say my favorite is really tough. I love them all. Well, it's probably the family I was with the longest. Again, 2 boys. I don't know why I always have to but this family I was with the longest in Chicago, just because they're like I just love them. I was just with them so long. Of course, they gave me difficult times, but I love them, and especially the younger one, because I had him from like 15 months to like he was like 2 or over 2 when they moved, and I'm just like, and he was just he's such a sweetie. And now it's crazy, Katie. These kids are like 11 now.
Yeah.
Like, they're like they're
I had one of the
they're
kids
taller than
is
me.
going to college,
no.
and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm gonna go to your grad party. This is crazy.
Like that, yeah, I know. So soon they're just gonna be adults, which is so confusing.
And they're not gonna remember you
I know,
at all,
I
which
hope
is
they-
sad.
Man, I hope they do.
Which is yeah.
yeah, you're right.
There's I have 2 really bad. No, I'll do the worst one, the worst kid. I am gonna name names.
Name names. You name names.
Because he has such a unique name. First of all, it was like okay, we're gonna interview you to come in, but it was in Wisconsin, not here. So like, okay, we want to see if you gel with the kid. I'm like, great, whatever.
Awesome.
I walk up to the house, and the grandma goes, "Oh, Max Wellington, the nanny is here. She's British. They're not actually British, but in my head they are. They're British.
Oh, of course.
They're British." And then you see this like burly 6th grader come just hauling down the hill.
Winston Churchill.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Max Wellington. Okay. Okay. He goes by M. W.
W.
Not Max.
Into.
MW. Mhm. Yeah. And then we get in, and then he
He's
starts
like a brand already.
he starts like crawling on the floor, mooing, and then he's like licking his mom's hand, and I was like, oh, he's special. And like, no, that's just him.
He's just pretending to be a cow.
He's psychotic.
Yeah.
And then he's psychotic. He only wanted to watch. He wanted to play hockey, and that's all he wanted to do. Play hockey, and then also watch Alf on
Alf?
Alf, the alien movie,
Oh.
but on VHS.
How does he even know about
I don't
VHS?
know. And then he had like a hoverboard and kept like running, like doing, and it was. And then he got really mad at me one day because I had he had a Nerf gun and he was putting it to his head, and I was like, we don't joke about that. We don't joke about that because you don't fuck with up here because this is sensitive and you can die. He got so mad at me that he literally stripped naked and locked himself in his room, and I went down the stairs and I was like, hey, because his mom was home, and I was like, hey, MW locked himself, and she's like, you know what, here's $500 for the week. I'm gonna sign up for summer camp. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be fully honest with you, he doesn't need a babysitter. He needs people his own age to play. He needs to play. He doesn't need me.
He needs friends.
He needs friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
At least take him to the dog park or something.
Just to have him run around. Give him a leash.
Some other people licking.
Please, just something. I wish him the best, genuinely. I was like, this kid was a demon, but I also am you deserve the world, MW. I hope you become a hockey player.
And he will have the world, it sounds
he
like.
Will have the world.
He will have everything he wants.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. That's
just
so
like
funny.
This kid in the movie, whose name I've already forgotten.
Cole.
I'm terrible with names. Good old Cole.
I know. Can you imagine? He is too old for a babysitter. Like, I've never babysat someone that old.
I have.
Actually, one family, they had an older kid, and really he was like helping with the baby, kind of.
Yeah. I did the kid who's just turned 18, I think, up until his 8th grade or freshman year, is because they needed someone to drive them.
Well,
so I was just like there to like make food, hang out. But they'd be like, "Oh, we should play," and I'm like, "Can we?" I'm like, "But Shark Week's on. What if we just sat in here and watched Shark Week?"
Let's watch Shark Week, yeah.
And then I would take naps quietly.
Good.
As they would, yeah. That was great. Yeah. So Cole is what, 12? No, 11. He said he was 11. He said he was 9.
No, I think he's older. Wait, he's like.
I think he said 11.
No,
he said he's
no, because he's like in. I think he just got into high school. I think he's like a freshman in high school. That's the whole. That's the thing, is that like. He's at least 12, maybe 13, and it's that like none of the other kids are babysitters anymore. Yeah. And like, why does he still have a babysitter?
He's fucking
because he's scared.
He's a scared
of
boy.
things.
He's scared to drive,
and because that was necessary for the plot of this movie.
Exactly,
it was the whole thing, really.
Exactly,
like he still had a babysitter.
He's scared to drive,
right?
Which is fair.
Me too.
I was scared. I still am.
I was panicked getting here.
It's LA.
It's horrifying.
Dude, every time I'm on the phone with my mom, she's like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. Anywhere else in the world, maybe not in the world, but anywhere else, it doesn't. Like, I had a dude who was literally, last night, was swerving so much, and like people were just like 6 lanes from him, and he almost hit me 5 times in the span of 20 minutes. And I was like, what
are we doing?
What?
Why are we choosing this?
What?
We could all be different.
Don't
together.
Drive.
Just stop driving. Or if you're driving, drive.
Or,
drive.
Hey.
In the lane?
Hey, if you're drunk,
don't do that.
Don't do that. If you're high, don't do that.
And it's like, if you want to be a race car driver, like, go be a race car driver. Like, make it happen.
Live that dream, but not on the road, what I mean? Not on the normal streets. Like, when I'm trying to go watch.
We're not standing in the middle of the road doing stand-up comedy.
Right.
We're in our lane.
Exactly.
Just go to the...
Be in your lane.
It's crazy. It is crazy here. You know what I remember you saying, us being like in LA, I remember in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the families, it was when you were talking about the interview with Max Wellington's and Shire.
Yes. Burlington Coat Factory.
Burlington Coat Max Factory.
Yes.
The third.
I think he was like a third or something.
Of course he was.
He's, again, if you... Max Wellington, if you're listening to this, genuinely, I do hope you're doing well.
And I'm sure he is.
I hope he's great.
I feel it.
I hope he's doing well. But it caused me a lot of terror.
Right.
But also a lot of humor.
But now you have this.
He also told me to go fuck myself.
Of course.
And yeah.
And
he called me a cunt too.
Well,
so that was,
he might have had a point.
I was like, hey, fair enough.
Where did he learn?
I don't know. What is Alf teaching him?
That's amazing. No, it was just a family I interviewed with. I think this was the funniest thing I experienced, was like a family I interviewed with was like, we don't say N-O. to him, we're not saying no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then within the span of the interview, the kid started doing something. It was like 1-year-old. The dad was like, no. And like the mom was like, like, obviously. I mean, you're just erasing a word.
Never.
No, never. Like
I would just start switching the words and be like,
I just was like,
never.
Wow.
Eliminate.
They just, and it was just so funny because I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. And I even think I probably could have done it.
Oh, yeah.
But like, it was hilarious because like within, 5
Seconds.
minutes,
Oh, yeah, you're like,
of course they're saying one of the most common words we say.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Jeez.
So that was, I think, the funniest thing for some reason. That and when those two boys who I said were my faves, that was with what you talking about, the kid getting completely naked. One time they got naked. I think we were getting ready for bed. And I think, it was a nighttime that I was with them. And they were just like running up and down their hall. And then they run to the top of the stairs. The older one starts peeing from the top of the stairs down. And the little one joins them. So they're both naked and just peeing down the stairs.
Nightmare.
And I was like, how dare you? But also that does look very fun.
You're like,
I
get it.
But that's where you're like, wow, anything can happen.
Which we've established is that they've had a babysitter.
There is a babysitter. And in introducing her, it's like, if you saw like the cover and stuff, but in the beginning they don't actually. It's like a moment before you're like, of course but I watched with my husband. Yeah. And he hadn't really seen like the trailer and stuff. Like, I just put it on. Yeah. And he was like, wait, who is this lady with him?
You're like, the boys wanna be here, the girls
just like
beating up the bullies, or like saying, like, not beating up, but like, like the I'll fucking kill you. Get out of here.
Right.
Which
right, and she shows up like that, and my husband's like, wait, who is she?
Who this lady? Who this lady with short shorts on? What's she doing?
These Daisy Dukes.
These Daisy Dukes. I love the bullies. They're like, woo woo, like they're like the most extreme kids ever, and I love that.
They're so funny. I think they're a really funny part of it.
But also I feel for Cole. Yeah. Like, these guys are douchebags.
Yeah, I really liked Cole. He's very that was really good. Yeah. I think what I like most, and I think I realized like the horror movies that I said I do like, I like the way horror movies mess with perspective. Mm-hmm. And so from the start, it's like interesting the way like things are going slow around him, but he's talking at normal speed, and then it'll be like something hits him, or I really like the way right from the start, it's like gently messing with like sound and like the perspective, because then you realize, okay, we're in a warped reality. Yeah. I think that's my favorite thing about horror movies is messing with perspective. Like the one when his parents are leaving, it's from his POV. Yeah. I think I just really love that type of stuff.
His parents leaving to go have sex.
Maybe. And then the one shot they showed of them.
Just getting a hand job. She's reading a book.
She's reading a book like this.
And then doing this with the other. So good.
And I love the way they use that to be like, because I knew when he like put the knife, when he put it away, I was like, okay, that's going to come back. Yeah. And then I liked that they were like, I like all of that stuff. The way it messes with perspective, cuts, what we know, what we don't know. Yeah. But I think that's my favorite thing of horror movies, and my least favorite thing is like the gore and the violence. Yeah. And that's where and also it's when they're good, like when it's the kids like panic, like his panic when he's breathing, like it gets me. Yeah. I'm panicking. It starts like activating my panic response. There was one point where nothing even happened, but it was the suspense, and I just jumped and I hit our table. My husband was like, what happened? And I was like, I'm scared. I'm just scared.
She's just a scaredy cat. And that's okay. That's okay.
We had to look away at one part.
Oh my God.
One of the bloody parts, we looked away.
the the parts that it's not like the bloody parts that get me.
Yeah.
It's like the awkward interactions.
Really?
That I'm like,
So funny.
like I'll watch them, but I'll be like, oh no. Like the friend, the girl,
Yeah.
her dad.
Oh yeah. He's so weird.
He's such a douche, but he's so
Right.
funny. But I'm also just like, it's so awkward, and I'm like, you do such a great job. Good job acting.
Yeah.
Good job acting.
Yeah.
You got a reaction. It's just it's just uncomfortable and great. And his like anytime he would Cole would try to speak, would like step on like the gas and like rev the engine.
Yeah, that was,
I'm like,
and what was really funny at that part was like I got it, but my husband didn't get it until like you see them in the neighborhood, but that like that's his neighbor.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, neighbor at the end of saying he can't drive him.
yeah.
But it's right there. Like,
yeah, it's like it's not.
But that guy was, I really like, I think that's why I like this. He's funny.
Yeah.
The dad, I always forget his name. Marino, is that his last name? That actor's last name.
Find out.
The guy who plays the dad, I love him.
Of Cole?
Of Cole's dad. Like he's
Ken Marino.
Ken Marino.
Good job.
Yeah. He's so funny. So I think that helped me. Just
Yeah.
the humor.
And then you get to the big question: what happens when you go to sleep and you have a babysitter? Well, she's having orgies. Perfect tie-in.
Wow. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of. But yeah,
orgies.
Us babysitters, that's bad.
Tons of orgies. Us babysitters just having kids go to sleep. We're having orgies. No, what happens is I'm gonna raid the fridge and I'm gonna watch.
You hear about that? Like, did you? I never had a boyfriend like come over.
I never had a boyfriend.
I,
Nobody's ever loved me. No.
You're like, I never had a boyfriend at all.
I know I have. I have for the record.
But like I never had that that whole thing.
Yeah.
But that's because I've always been I think I'm really like a big rule follower.
Same.
Like, and I'm always like, I always operated as if there was a camera on me. Like I just was like, because what if there is? And also even if there's not, like the karma, I feel like karma is my camera.
Mm-hmm. Karma is my camera.
Karma is my camera. Like karma's always watching.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Just
lot
I mean,
of-
the way it starts with like the kiss circle.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I was like, did you ever do the spin the bottle?
I don't know.
I never did it, but
I don't think so.
we had crazy theater kid parties.
Theater kid parties. That's
And-
I think maybe at a theater kid party, maybe.
But I hadn't had my first kiss yet, but I wanted to like be in on it. So I was the weird kid in the corner watching. And they were like, leave. And I was like, oh, I just wanted to
I just want to watch.
I just want to watch. Not anything weird. I just wanted to be included.
And to this day.
And to this day.
Katie just wants to watch.
That's all I want to do.
Katie wants to sit on her toilet, high up in a tower, and just watch.
Just watch from afar. That's what I like to do. I like to watch. Don't want to participate.
That's so funny.
To watch from afar.
From a very young age.
I
I just like to be a spectator. It's like you said about you wanted to watch the Coliseum.
I don't want to be in the
wanna
costume. I
watch.
just want to watch.
I just want to watch.
I just was happy to be there at
and
the
that,
party.
The first kiss thing is making me think how the Cole gets his first kiss, but he's so traumatized. Now he associates a kiss with getting stabbed in the head.
Yeah, and she's like, we should make out. And he's like, okay.
That poor sacrifice. The guy who was the sacrifice.
He just was a little nerdy dude.
He was
He was so excited that, B wanted to come and,
be the babysitter.
Be the babysitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say they literally made
C
her
and
just.
B.
Yeah.
C and B.
And you know what? Did we ever find out what she wanted? Remember the whole thing was like,
Yeah.
they're doing this to get what you want.
She said that
Did she
I
say
used
what
to
she
not
wanted?
be confident.
Oh.
And now I am. And I was like,
That's all.
well,
She
would
just
you
wanted
do
the-
this before?
The
You're already
confidence that comes
confident.
from murder.
I mean, same.
I mean,
That's-
nothing will give you a confidence boost and make you feel like you can do anything like murder.
Just a little bit of murder.
Just murder, blood spatter everywhere. No concern for how we're going to clean it up.
Nope. They really just said. Also, at somebody else's house on the white rug.
I believe that there was no family in this neighborhood other than the guy the guy with the car and Cole's family.
Yeah.
Because there was multiple gunshots.
Yeah.
Without any.
Nobody.
No.
They're like, this is a regular thing for our neighborhood. I'm like, I don't think it is.
And I feel like that's the funny thing is like to watch this stuff and like talk about it. I've been thinking about it. You can't talk about it logically. Like,
but it also is
kind
of fun. But I think
a lot of people can get hung up on that, or it's it's funny to talk about it. But then I think it's like if you're getting angry at it, like of course each time you're like you want to be like, this is so stupid. You can go out that open door instead of running into the bathroom. But that's the whole point. Yeah. That is the whole point.
It's great.
I feel like I'm a little like in that right now. I usually have pretty, I guess like lighthearted or like more like the spiritual comedy. But there's like one thing I did recently that's slightly darker humor. It's not even, but it's amazing to see like how hard it is for people to like handle that or like just appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Like it's not like. I literally watching this was helpful because I was like, are you going to turn on a horror movie and be like, how dare they promote violence? And like, that's it. That's what it is. Like, it just is that piece of art. And that's the point because the art is supposed to make you feel something. So as much as I'm irritated at the movie for making me panic or making me, feel trapped that they're not running out the door, I'm like, good job.
Right?
That's
You're like,
the point of it.
You gave me anxiety. Thank you.
That was your intention.
Yeah.
You succeeded. And I'm happy for you. Not for me.
Yeah, no.
But I'm happy for you.
Exactly.
So it was nice to watch that and remember and be like, this is the purpose of this. This is what, because I'm usually not watching because I'm so, and especially like the breathing and I'm like getting I think that's why I jumped at the one point.
This was the second movie.
Jock guy who's like, I'm just here to kill.
Yeah, and he's running around shirtless. They're like, why are you shirtless?
Why are you
no one's answering that. Why is he shirtless?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll give you a 10-second head start. You're going to die like a man. And then he ends up,
the way he died. Yeah, he wipes the yolk off the kid's face.
And then it's all over his hands.
That's going to be used. I like it. I liked it. I did like it. Can I say that?
You can say that.
Did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah. The first time I watched it, I hated it.
Yeah.
I was checking, because I always have IMDb pulled up. Sponsored. It's not. But what if it was?
Sponsor.
But I gave it a 4.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
You hated it.
I think the second movie I liked better, and then I re-watching the first. I was like, okay, I like this better.
Should I watch the second one?
Second one's very fun. Second one is they bring back everybody.
Would love to see how that happens.
Exactly. I won't tell you how. I don't remember, but the last person we had on today, I mixed up the first and the second movie, and I quoted something from the second movie, and they're like, that wasn't in this movie, and I was like,
when I'm a dedicated fan watching all of the movies.
I have so much brain rot. I forget they blend together.
You also watch a lot of movies, so it must be.
It's
confusing.
There's a lot.
Which part were we talking about?
Oh, the cookie.
The cookie.
Also
right.
Sonia being like when she was trapped under the house with all the tarantulas.
Yeah, that was
because the mom's like, oh, there's spiders underneath there. Those aren't just spiders. Those are tarantulas.
Right.
Those are
right. We were like floored by that. My husband especially. He was like, but they're tarantulas. He was like, where are they? I think what I appreciate is like, we're not in reality.
Yeah.
Like we're not here.
Yeah.
Like we're somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're in another, like the same, like those houses were empty.
Yeah.
Other than those two houses, they were empty.
Yep.
There's no one there. I think that stuff's cool. Like this other reality thing. And I told you Midsommar was the one I like. And I think my favorite, I saw it in a movie theater.
Yeah.
High, obviously. And I think what really got me was like, I think I really love the messing with perspective when they enter, when they're going to the place.
Yeah.
There's like this full 360 degree turn of the camera, I think, like flip.
Yeah.
And like that was like one of the best things I've seen in film for me.
Yeah.
I guess. And so I am realizing that that's what I love. So I do love like, and Nicole even says it in this like about their sci-fi thing, like how he's like, you can do anything in sci-fi. Like it's sci-fi, you can do anything. I feel like that's a nod to like, in horror, you
Yeah.
can do anything. It's
Yeah.
horror. It
There-
doesn't need to make sense.
There are no rules.
Like Bella Thorne is still alive and moving just fine.
Yep.
And
She's fine.
she's fine.
Yep.
And yeah, just all of that. I liked all of that, and I actually really liked Cole's story and journey. I
Yeah.
feel like it really was a cool, like how he's like horrified of a needle at first, and then like is able
Same.
to stay completely still while they stick a needle in him and like
Mhm.
draw his blood. Like, I think it was. I think I like. Look at me.
You liked it.
But see, I wouldn't choose it.
Yeah.
The panic. I can't.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to be honest. I watched it last night mostly, and then had that moment of like panic or not panic, but like, got startled, got up, moved around a little bit, and then like laid down, fell asleep on the couch, finished watching it today, like on my iPhone. And I was like, see, this I think is what I need to do. I think I can watch horror movies if it's
small.
on a small screen.
Yeah.
Like laptop or iPhone.
Yeah.
Is what I need.
Yeah. So you can like kind of like, not
I need a
fully paid.
like so I don't feel like like that I am
Mhm.
actually in it
Yes. I get that.
with
I get
all the
that.
blood or the panic.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood in this. Yeah.
There was a lot of
There's a
blood,
lot of
and
blood.
that's okay.
That's yeah.
And that's
Fine. And then you have one of my favorite thing is Samara Weaving, the
Yeah.
main actress. Her scream
oh,
she's like in other horror movies. She has this
Did she scream in this one?
when
did
Cole
she-
is like, it's the very end. She shoots Bella Thorne
Right.
with the rifle.
And then he says he's gonna burn the.
Book, and then he does burn the book, and she
Oh,
like it's like
you're
a
right.
guttural like it's
Yeah.
and it's like
reverberate.
yeah, and it's just like
yeah.
it's just so
Oh,
I could never
yeah.
recreate it. I'm like this.
Oh,
I tried
wow.
to
Oh,
last
I
night. I
wanna
was like,
try.
let me see
Where
if
did
I
you try that?
in my car.
In your car.
Yeah.
What will I be doing the moment I leave here?
Just
Get into my car.
screaming.
I will be. I'll send
Yeah.
you. I'll send you a recording.
Please, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm like, people can't hear this, right?
And they might.
Yeah.
And that's there was no one else in this world. I'm certain of it. There was no one.
Yeah.
The police weren't real.
Please. Oh no, they were not. No, they were not. Yeah. Although, again, Cole driving a car through and not dying.
And not dying. And I
He
think
hit-
that was what it was for him, what he needed to
No-
fully, right?
Yeah, no airbag too.
No airbag.
How did the car flip? I'm
Physics.
still confused about
Physics. It
I
hit
never
a
took
curb and
physics.
a bush at the perfect angle and velocity, if you will. And obviously the wind and the moon
Mhm.
alignment
that. Yes.
is kind of carried him
Yeah.
to crushing her perfectly, where she would be able to fully speak to him
Yeah.
afterwards, but also would be maybe not alive.
Yeah.
Apparently is alive.
Yeah. She's on the way out.
Wow.
She's on the way out.
Yeah, I was happy for him though, that he really, this was a movie about conquering fear,
And he did it.
and he conquered every single one of his fears, every single one.
And for that,
And if a
amazing.
few 50 people had to die for
So-
that to happen, so be it.
so be it. And he killed some of them.
He killed some of them. At the end, the funny line is like the bully kid's being like, Cole drove his car to the house and he killed like 50 people. It was a very funny part.
And then his parents hit the kid's,
kid's
bike.
bike.
He was like, oh my God.
He was like,
I was like, you
"No."
deserve that. You deserve that.
Right,
Run,
he did
bitch.
deserve it. But I love how much that hurt him. That was, yeah.
Because that's his world. That's
It's
his
his whole
world.
world.
I want his backstory.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's up to.
Right.
Right.
And he's probably dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
If he's bullying that much and he's egging that
Poor
much,
kid. He's wearing that headband a lot.
where does he live?
Whose kid are you?
Who do you have parents?
Who
Where?
Why?
Why?
Who is this?
Who is this? And the girlie that he got his kiss
She
from.
said really tiny high pony on the side.
she was cute.
She's adorable.
Good for
You
him.
Need to see the second movie.
I need to see it. Oh
Mhm.
man, is she the satanic one? After is she the cult leader?
Yeah,
Is she the newbie?
You have to find out.
That's what he's got a type. He's got a type.
He's got a type, but yeah.
Oh, and when that's when you find out the babysitter is his dad's like, your kids make fun of you
Yeah.
for solving babysitter, and he's like, yeah, until they see her. And then when he's with her, like next is when he like kind of looks at her boobs, and like the moment they're in the car, and like the way they like design the sound around that moment, it's like all of the sound disappears.
Yeah.
For the moment that she like catches him staring at her boobs.
I was
like
like-
that moment was like so cool and
Yeah.
intense. I love the messing with the sound and the like
Yeah.
so
And like the what the fuck like
Yes,
on the screen,
and
the
it-
letters were so funny.
we said that in
Pocket knife.
unison. Yes, pocket knife.
Pocket knife.
That was the most. I love that. Yes, that was
Yeah.
the what the fuck moment.
Because that's what it is.
And that's what you're saying at that
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
he didn't take his double shot.
Which one was it? Well,
He had a double shot.
Which is good that he didn't.
Yeah.
I was surprised that she believed that he took it.
Yeah.
There's this part of like, right, she's supposed to be like this intense, like murderous cult magic woman.
Yeah.
Right. But like there was a lot of stuff that he did get by her that I was like, girl,
Girl, how smart are you?
girl, how good are your intuitive powers? Like actually.
Also, how old is she?
I think she was not that old, right? I don't think she's supposed to be like,
She's out of high school though.
is she out of high school or is she
think
like
she's,
a
like,
senior?
18, 19, 20. Like
Was she definitely out of high school or was she a
think she's-
senior?
I think she's either a senior or out of high school.
Yeah.
Or again, has a lot of time on her
A
hands.
senior would also make all of it a little less weird if they're not like older than
Yeah.
because he's a kid. and all that.
Yeah.
But also, again, horror movie, it's supposed to be weird. See, like,
no,
you
no,
like
no,
that?
they were in high school because
think they are.
Bella
Is the
Thorne
cheerleader.
was like, I just came back from a game.
And I think there was some line about like freshman, senior, something
yeah.
about, I think he's a freshman, she's a senior.
But
I
also
think.
having the shirtless guy be a senior, hilarious.
Ridiculous.
he's-
That's always how it is
he's
in high
jacked.
school movies, though.
Jacked.
They're so jacked, and that's not
I was like, you are 28,
definitely
and that's okay.
at the minimum.
But you know, hey, I played a 14-year-old recently with a bunch of other 14.
Wait, that's wonderful. Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 26.
That's nice.
I was
Good
like,
for you.
the funny part was is that there was there was me. I was the oldest person there.
Mm.
The youngest person was 16,
Oh, wow.
and I was like,
Did they look older than you?
no, but I was like, okay, I am. Let me just do some. I'm like, wow, I
Just-
feel really.
You've nothing.
I feel like now I feel old. Next, I was like, oh
You
no,
were like, give me your skin.
I need it. Give me your.
Wow.
I'll sacrifice to the devil. So if you were to sacrifice,
Mm.
what are you asking for?
Oh, I mean,
To go back to ancient Greece
I
to have
to go back to-
orgies.
but I practice light magic, Katie,
I
not
know,
dark magic.
But in this hypothetical
Oh
situation.
gosh, okay. What am I asking for? Imagine going to the devil and being like, "I just want world peace.
And he's like, what?
Could you just give me world peace,
Please,
please,
please.
please?"
That's
You
all
said I could have anything I want if I got a little bit of blood.
Little bit of blood.
No, I
but
know. What am
about
I
world
asking
peace?
for, man? That's a great question.
It's tough. It's tough.
Probably a house on the water.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't. Yeah, it is hard to go. For me, it is. I gotta say, it's genuinely hard for me to go into the hypothetical.
Yeah.
Probably even like
Yeah.
I am so. I believe so much in intention.
Yeah.
And the power of our
Yeah.
intention and thoughts and stuff that I'm like I
All
can't
good.
even go there.
Don't do it.
I can't go there.
I can't do it. I
Right.
can't do it.
What would you do?
Money.
Money.
Unlimited money.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
I mean, of course.
because it's a constant stress, and I would try, I
Right.
would do good with it.
But do you think that the thing could be true of like it's never enough?
well,
Like it never feels like enough.
money
Maybe.
or
I mean, I don't know. The rich people's, they
rich
say.
people.
Although I have been watching Loot with Maya Rudolph, and
Uh-huh.
she's a billionaire, and it's like, well, that is a lot of money.
That is a lot of
You
money.
really can do anything.
I mean, you know, I feel like it would make my life better.
You
But
would make a
also,
lot of other people's lives
I
better.
would, yeah, because I like to help people, and I
Yeah.
don't have that much money now, but I still feel like I try to help people.
Of course you do.
So I'm like, if I had actual money, imagine how much help I
Right.
could do.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's wanting to But that's what I'm saying.
but
We're,
also,
we're both talking about
I've
like going
always
to the
wanted a pig, you know?
and you
I've
could
wanted-
have that.
And I want a pig.
I was gonna say I feel like I might be like a farm.
Okay. Remember when we were like, we're best friends? And then we keep.
I was about to, I know I said mansion on the water, but I'm like, actually, I think really like, I guess a secluded, protected farm with all the resources, like having everything you need
Yes.
in a very like idyllic place.
Yes.
And just being, see, I guess now I'm not as much like money to have when I'm like, just give me the resources.
Okay, yeah.
Cause the money
You know
is
what?
so
You know
like,
what?
you get what I mean? Like
The earth being okay.
the earth is enough. Like,
No, but like the earth is like the earth is like fine. It's like not
yes,
going to shit.
exactly.
That's-
Like I know we're both.
But
That's
they're
what I'm
like, I
saying.
can use my money to do that though.
Right. We both aren't good people to be doing deals with the devil because we literally just want to save the world. And I'm not sure the devil would let us do
And
that.
you're like, nah, man. No, he's like, no. You said I could wish for anything.
Like you said, I got to
Use your piggy promised.
And so it's like
can't get
essentially
you
we're
back.
like we're turning devil to God. I don't know. Like, but yeah.
Well, he was a fallen angel at one point.
Right,
So
right.
if we're
So
going
maybe we're
that-
like, remember who you are.
remember,
We're
let's-
here to help you find your true
we
self
want to find-
again.
And he's like, fuck you.
We're
And
like,
you're
we can raise the collective together, Satan.
come on, join
Satan,
in.
it's time to level up.
Join us.
Elevate.
You look good in white. Come on. I mean, red's a great color, but come on.
It's us going to Satan being like, join our cult.
Join our cult.
Join
Come
our-
on.
we all wear white. We have everything we need.
What do you think?
Come on.
It'll be great.
And Earth is all better now.
What do you thoughts on that?
Come on.
Come on. He's like, all right.
All right.
He's like tired. He's
No.
like, you know what? It's been a long run.
God's up there like, wow, I was never able to make that happen.
It's like,
Wow,
Jesus
good
Christ.
job.
You're like, well, he just, we are relentless and do not give up.
yeah.
He's like, we're like, we won't leave.
See?
We won't leave until you say yes.
And with that, see, we would never, that's my thing. We'd never be able to, that's what I mean. I know it's a hypothetical. I know we should hang out there, but we wouldn't sacrifice a person. We wouldn't be able to kill a person.
No.
Now, maybe some innocent blood and they don't die. And, you know,
baby?
we could, a baby. I mean, like they did, if it's only innocent blood and we're not killing them. And then with that, the devil does respond to our request of,
I forgot about the
world
killing
peace.
part. We do have to kill somebody.
that's what I'm saying. That's why since the beginning, you said sacrifice. That's why the question is inherently like,
oh, I just thought I meant what would you wish for? Not.
what would I wish for? Yeah, but
yeah.
that's
Who
why.
would you kill?
I know, but that's why
Who would you sacrifice?
I can't get past the in order to make
Fair
it
enough.
happen.
I didn't got it.
I've got to
Yeah,
kill
I
someone.
totally forgot about that part. I was just like, yeah, but I get this though. That's fun. Yeah, that's a fun hypothetical.
This
Totally
is why
forgot.
It matters.
Who would I murder?
Who do you kill along the way? You know.
Well, we got a lot of children that we babysit, so that's easy.
We do have the resources
For the innocent
Yeah.
blood.
And I think a
we're
lot
never
of
gonna,
them.
no one's ever gonna ask
if we
us to
only need
babysit.
the innocent, I know and I feel like this is really me solidifying. Like I'm done
I'm
babysitting.
done. Yeah, me too.
Hoping that I can still hang
Please
out
call
with my
me, I
niece
need
and
money,
nephew. Yeah, she's still available.
I'm a great babysitter.
Great babysitter.
Sometimes.
Mhm.
So out of 10, what do we think?
Out of 10, I think I would go around like 6, maybe. Does that?
It's whatever you feel.
I liked it. I did. I
Yeah.
think everything had its purpose. Everything had a point. And I think for me, it's about there being a meaning.
Yeah.
Everything did have a purpose, a meaning.
Exactly.
You know, I do think it was an overall cool hero's journey, I
Yeah.
guess, for Cole and stuff. And like I said, I really appreciated all the different perspectives and the sound, like the visual and audio I really liked. And so, yeah, I think again, anything I didn't like, it was kind of, I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I trust, I'm more in a place of like trusting the creators
Yeah.
at this point. Like
yeah.
they wanted me to feel like that at
Yeah.
that point. So maybe even a 7. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a silly,
It was silly.
campy horror movie.
Yeah.
Again, when I first saw it, I was like 4.
Right. Because
I hated it.
Right.
I hated it. It went up to a 5.
went up to a 5. Yeah.
Which honestly doesn't happen very often where I'm like, oh, let me raise.
Bump it up. So you went up to a 5.
I went
Yeah.
up to
What's
5.
your 10? Can I ask what is like a 10 for you?
Even Scream's not a 10 for me.
Is there a 10? Do you even have a 10?
I think I gave Scream a 10. I think because it is my favorite movie. Though it is not perfect, but no movie ever is. And I will fight everybody on this. But I did as a joke, but also real. Troll 2.
Oh,
which is considered one of the worst movies ever made.
And I've only seen the first Trolls.
No, it's
Troll 2, right? So not Trolls, the scary Troll 2.
It's
so
not.
Do you remember how I don't know any horror movies?
No, it's all
and
good.
I babysat for a really long time.
People would be like, Trolls. Yeah.
So for those 2 years with those two boys, Trolls soundtrack was my life.
Yeah.
And I just was talking about it a lot, coincidentally, the past couple days.
I love
Not just yesterday, but
You're like I listen to it
every
every day. I love
the
soundtrack.
So I've been listening to the Trolls soundtrack a little bit.
You're like, it goes hard. It goes hard.
Troll 2 is what?
Troll 2 is there's a troll, but it's not the same as Troll 2.
Got that.
They're not trolls,
Okay.
they're goblins.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty bad.
It's bad, but you like it?
Yes.
Oh.
It's so bad that it's funny. It's like the movie The Room.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like that level.
And I do love The Room.
I think The Room is the worst movie ever made.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
no, actually,
Troll 2 is.
I shouldn't say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Wait.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait. So this is the point where you plug your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Plug your
All right. I'm Aliki Comedy on everything. ALIKI comedy. However you want to spell it, that's on you. No, it's comedy. I know I always like to say comedy with a K. No, it's a C. And follow me for the vids and stuff. And I've got live shows in LA. And I don't know. I just message me. Give me a what's up. I like saying hi to people. I love nice messages from people that aren't horrific.
You're just gonna get a bunch of like horrific.
I'll take it. I love. Don't send me movie. Send me something from the Trolls soundtrack.
That's what she wants. Trolls soundtrack.
No, Aliki Comedy on everything. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, blah blah blah.
Amazing.
Doing lots more live performances, and I don't know. I'm probably forgetting something, but it doesn't matter.
Just follow her, and that's all.
If you want to, if you don't want to, don't. I don't know.
That's all good.
I don't know where to look, but
look here.
I think my biggest message is, do what you want. Do whatever feels good in your soul,
right?
And I guess what this movie taught me is if that's murder, don't do it. Yeah, still don't do it.
Wow, I normally end with advice, but I think that's it. That's perfect.
Yeah, still don't do it. Find another way to get through to the devil.
Exactly.
Because we're doing it. Join us. Join our cult. Join our cult. Thank you.
If you want to join the cult, give us a like, subscribe, follow down below. All that jazz. Katie Afraidy on all social media platforms. Follow us there. I also forgot to ask you this question.
Oh.
Were you afraidy or not afraidy of the babysitter?
Oh, interesting. I think I wasn't afraidy of her because I did believe how much she loved Cole.
Yeah.
And maybe that was me as the loving babysitter being like, I really feel like she's going to hurt these other people, but I don't think she's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I wasn't afraid of her. And maybe I respected her feminine power.
Right? She's badass. Badass
Those
woman.
blue eyes could truly do anything, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe I respected that. But I think the reason I wasn't as afraid of her, aside from afraid of her popping out, I knew she was going to show up in his room when he thought she had left, whatever, that stuff. But I knew she wasn't going to hurt him. So I think I wasn't afraidy of her. Amazing. I respected her.
Yeah.
I'll have to think on that and unpack that on my own.
That's pretty good.
Were you afraidy of her?
I was not afraid.
No, yeah.
Not afraid of.
No,
anything.
I was not scared of her.
Nah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. Chill.
She's a good babysitter.
Good baby.
She's a great babysitter.
She didn't do anything wrong. The kid came down.
Yeah. She gave him a great time.
That was it. So he has a story.
He has a great story.
He's stronger because of it. So in a way, she helped him. She helped him.
Yeah.
Speaking of helping, thank you to our sponsors, Fangoria. Love Fangoria. Not even sponsors. We're just on their network. That's it. They're beautiful. They're amazing. You want a copy of Fangoria? Use code Katie Afraidy 25 for 25% off. Thank you to Filmcraft Studio Gear. You can find them at Filmcraft LA on Instagram and filmcraftla.com. And that's been the episode. We did the you gave some great advice, and and on that note, guys, we'll see you next time. Stay spooky.
Thanks for having me.
Yay.
Things get messy when you make a deal with the devil.
Why is he shirtless?
That's your first question?